Hello everyone, welcome to my video series that will go in depth about Linux. Later we will be doing coding examples from Linux survival and some practical ones as well. In this video we will focus on the introduction of Linux. This video contains the following topics. You can forward ahead if you are interested in a particular one. Let's start with a basic introduction to Linux. Linux is a free and open source operating system, which means anyone can access, modify, and share its source code. It's based on Unix, sharing many design principles, especially its command line interface. Linux is known for being a multi-user and multitasking system, allowing efficient and simultaneous use by many users. One of the biggest strengths of Linux is its security and stability, which is why it's widely used in critical environments. In fact, Linux is found in everything from smartphones and routers to servers and even supercomputers. Moving on to the brief history of Linux, it was created in 1991 by Linus Torvalds, who was a student at the time. It started as a personal project to build a free alternative to Minix, which was another Unix-like system. Torvalds released Linux under the GNU General Public license, allowing developers around the world to contribute. Over time, Linux was combined with GNU tools, forming a complete operating system. Today, Linux is supported by the Linux Foundation and backed by contributions from major companies like Google, IBM, and Intel. So, why is Linux important? First, it powers most of the internet servers and major infrastructures. Second, Android, the world's most used mobile operating system, iPhone users, is built on the Linux kernel. Developers prefer Linux for programming, DevOps, and server management due to its performance and tool support. It's cost effective because there are no licensing fees, which is great for schools and businesses, and Linux is highly customizable, meaning you can configure it exactly how you want, whether it's for a desktop, server, or embedded device. While being familiar with Linux, we'll hear the word kernel a lot. Here's an important distinction. The Linux kernel is not the same as the Linux operating system. The kernel is the core that communicates directly with the hardware and manages resources like memory and processes. The operating system includes the kernel plus all the necessary utilities and user applications. With Linux's modular kernel design, features can be added or removed without rebooting the system. While users interact with the OS through the desktop or command line, the kernel works quietly in the background, and notably, you can update the kernel independently of the rest of the system. So, why use Linux? Linux is relatively unknown compared to giants like Windows OS. You might have been using Windows OS from many of your starter devices or even watching this video on the Windows OS. Windows can feel a lot easy and accessible. So why should you choose Linux over other operating systems like Windows? And we have gone over some of these in the importance part as well. First, Linux is completely free and open source. There are no licensing costs and you can modify it as needed. It's also much more lightweight, performing well on older hardware, whereas Windows might slow you down. Customization is another big advantage. You can change almost everything in Linux to fit your needs. It's also considered more secure thanks to its permission model and smaller malware footprint. Finally, Linux gives you full control over the system updates, unlike Windows, which often forces updates at inconvenient times. There are many versions of Linux called distributions or distros. Each is tailored for different users. Ubuntu is great for beginners with polished desktop environment. Debian focuses on stability and is the base for many of the distros. Fedora offers the latest features and is geared to developers. CentOS, Rocky Linux, and Alma Linux are server focused and used in enterprises. Arch Linux is for advanced users who want complete control. Kali Linux is specialized for cybersecurity professionals and ethical hacking. So whatever your needs are, there's a Linux distros for you. Since we'll be using Ubuntu in the following videos, let's take a closer look at Ubuntu, one of the most popular Linux distributions. It's known for its user-friendly interface, which is ideal for those new to Linux. Ubuntu also has a strong community with a wealth of online support, making it easier for users to find solutions and learn. One of the things users most appreciate is its predictable update cycle, especially the long-term support versions which offer 5 years of updates. It comes with essential software out of the box and makes installing new apps simple. Because of its balance of stability, ease of use, and power, Ubuntu is an excellent choice for developers, students, and general users alike. We'll go into more in the following videos. And thank you for watching. This is all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.